Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Lucky Underdog podcast, where we showcase the guys who don't really get the notoriety on the field, don't really get all the opportunities, but when they get their chances, they take them and they do their thing with them. We are brought to you by the Believe Network and Bally Sports, and today I'm honored to have two underdogs myself on, Corey Holmes and Malik Zaire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate y'all boys coming on. Thank you for coming
Pleasure to have me on again. This is my second time,
yeah.
Malik. They must have liked me. They got me back here, a second time. So I'm glad
Oh,
to be
yeah.
back. Glad to be back.
Yeah, they done seen you do your thing for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
You got the great Malik Zaire on here, the always, opinionated Malik Zaire. So it's excited to hear what you got to say about the game. So let's get
Man,
straight into it,
Malik from
man.
Ohio. I don't know if I should be beefing with Malik right now.
You feel
Malik from Ohio, but
Nah, I'm a Dolphins fan, dude. We
are
up.
you?
We up.
He a
Are
Dolphins
you?
fan
Hey,
now.
we got to talk about the Dolphins. Should we just get it out the way right now? 70 points, Malik.
Yeah, we can knock that. We can knock it
Yeah,
out. The Dolphins,
two
right?
two of
70?
the only left-handers can do something like that. Bro.
You know what? That's a good point, yo. But listen, I said this from the beginning. It's gonna be a different year for Tua. Why,
Yeah.
Malik? He's tatted now.
He got the whole
You got the whole little tribal
Hey,
thing.
CJ.
Yeah, he
Hey,
up.
when I seen
But in all seriousness,
I
in all seriousness, like the Dolphins, they're firing on all cylinders though.
bro,
Like
it's crazy.
in the pass game, the run game, the play calling has been flawless. Like it's really ridiculous because if you think you're gonna eliminate Tyreek Hill, that's cool. You got Mostert and all of those
You
backs
got all bunch of
dominating the
fast
market.
ass
And then
dudes.
you got other receivers. I saw
Waddle
Jalen
wasn't even doing
Waddle
nothing this week.
weekend,
Waddle
fellas.
wasn't even playing this week.
Jalen Waddle didn't even play this
He
weekend.
didn't even
That's
play
crazy.
this week, and they
Like,
hit 70.
I think I seen the stat they have like the five fastest ball carriers of the season so far.
Yeah.
like
All on the same
they
team.
all is like five different people. I'm like,
All on the
God.
same team. It's so fitting that we're talking about the Dolphins right now, being that it's the lucky underdogs. They counted us like nobody thought it's such a good time to be a Dolphins fan. Malik, do you remember back when we were in college when I was beating you in Madden with the 68 overall Dolphins? Back in the day when the Dolphins were horrible. Do you remember that?
Tannehill was a quarterback?
Now we putting up Madden numbers in real life. We were actually putting up Madden numbers in real life. It's a great thing to
70 is
see. It's
great.
beautiful.
70 is wow.
Hey,
That's
Malik.
Big Dolphins, go Fins, man. We up.
Fins up, boy.
All right.
Fins up.
Hey,
Hey, but now let's talk
yeah,
Notre
so
Dame.
back
Huh?
to the Irish, man, and man, it was a tough one.
It was.
Man, it was a tough one. And I saw a video today. It was like, players, it's not your fault.
It's the coaches' fault.
It's the coaches.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh man,
Hey,
That was great.
it's the coaches.
yeah.
Man, how we got 10 players on the field in the game? I'm not even gonna. That's you know what? I can live with that because we're on the goal line. It's a lot of adrenaline going on. We might not be the best in decision. Somebody got to obviously see that, but like, man, they shouldn't even got the ball back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The offense should end the game with the ball. Like, for some reason, Sam Hart had the ball at the end of the game, and they should have been given to estimate the whole time. So I'm just that's where I was like, dang, what we doing, bro? But I know y'all got y'all opinions, so I definitely want to hear what y'all got to say about the end of the game, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, you go first, Malik.
Yeah, definitely it's crazy to see how close but how far we felt in that game, like winning the football game. It was like I felt really good going in. Then I felt like we was going to win. But even though I felt like we was going to win, I felt like we was really far from winning. And even in scoring with that little ass time left, I just felt like 2 minutes is just a very long time. And I just know it's like when you get in the clutch and you're not used to winning, you get tight. Can't get no yards on a basic run play. And one word that we use as underdogs, or one phrase that we always said at Notre Dame was change your life.
Change your life.
Change your life.
Change your life.
Change your
That,
life.
that was the perfect opportunity. You get the ball back to end the
Change your
game, change your life.
Yo,
Change
when it
your
comes
life.
down to it, Ohio State made more plays when it mattered. That's what it came
Exactly.
down
That's
to.
it.
Yo,
We walked
that's
out
it.
that field as victors.
Yeah, yo, CJ,
DJ Brown,
you said
change
Hey.
your life.
Hey,
Change
DJ
your life.
Brown, bro, you get on the jugs.
Change your
Jug-
life.
I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to some people inside the locker room today. i.e. my boy Amir, and I said, hey, my boy DJ Brown need to be on the jugs every day.
Right
He,
now. Yeah, right now.
he
Yeah.
dropped 2 picks. He didn't drop just one. He dropped 2
You remember the
picks.
one that was a little earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped one in the end zone. He could have
been in the
scored right after that
conversation
too.
with Ben Morrison, who had a great game against a top receiver. That's the
He
cream,
really impressed
cream of the cream versus the top of the top versus the best of the best.
Yep.
He lost a few, but damn it, he won a lot of them too.
Right.
And he won a lot of them. So
he had short-term memory, and after he made a mistake, he would always bounce back. And
he is a first round corner. Period.
I agree.
He solidified that.
We gotta just lean on estimating that's what I'm saying. We gotta know who's gonna be our guy, like in the crunch time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know who you're gonna lean on though when it's clutch time. Like,
I believe we got Sam Hartman for a reason.
Say that again.
And damn it, Sam Hartman should have been the X factor in the game. That's what we signed him for 3 games. And first Ohio State, you got to pass to win. There's no reason in the world a guy we get that passed for 12,000 yards in his career get outplayed by a guy that's only played in 4 games. And at the end of the day, in that last drive, when we get you signed for 3 games and 3 games only, you got Dove commercials, you got Beats by Dre, you got every damn endorsement more than any person I've ever met at Notre Dame. And I only been there for 3-4 years. You've been there for 6 months. And the fact that when it gets in the clutch time, you need to be throwing that football. Yeah. And you should have been throwing that football because at the end of the day, that's where our advantage was. Yeah, we wore them down. Aldridge estimate was pulling people. They had to jump on his back. They had to rally the tackle. It was great. It was beautiful. And we ended up doing everything we can to wear down their wheel and go up to win the game. Now, when it comes into the clutch, though, is my concern because I don't think we're people that know how to win when it matters. We know how to win in regular games, right. But when it matters and you need one drive when it's uncomfortable, where you have to get 2 first downs to win, we can't get tight in the clutch, especially with play calling. And you calling a screen on 3rd down, that's crazy. If you're gonna call a screen, call it on first down. Because at least on 3rd down, you stop the ball. And then that's a free timeout for the defense. And then the fact that we didn't flip the field good enough and give them the ball with, 65, 70 yards ago, not good enough. And then the fact that they had a 4th and 7, 3rd and 18, of 3rd down and long. They had so many opportunities to get off the field and you couldn't do it. It's just a matter of a combination of getting tight in the coaching aspect, situational football, and players got to make plays. And we don't have, in my opinion, we didn't go in, nor did we have a guy that I felt like is that X factor. A lot of what Corey was talking about, who is going to be that dude, which I've had a concern about all year. Yeah, I love the rotations. Yeah, I love the people, everybody getting some love. But when we're playing the best of the best, we need to pull out that guy. When Ohio State was trying to get right, they said, okay, we need Mbuka and we need Marvin Harrison. Yeah. That's it. And we don't care how talented everybody else is because tight end did some work too. I like the tight end.
He was good.
He was nice. But when they needed them seams against them slots,
no, they was killing the slot that last drive. They were just killing the middle of the field. What are y'all doing? Killing the slot with the drive.
We're running man. Man was the best thing we had going the whole game. And then you go prevent.
That's what I'm saying. In the clutch, it's like we just forgot what we were doing the whole game. Like, honestly.
Oh, my God. Anybody could have threw that ball on 3rd and 18 to an open ass. Why are you dropping under the curl flat? There's nobody out there.
Nobody.
Get some hands on it. Get a reroute. Where's the reroute?
Oh, my goodness.
You get no reroute? No reroute. You just run into nothing.
Yeah.
You run into nothing.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Marvin Harrison Jr. wasn't even on that side, so what are you running to? Get a reroute, slow the dude down. I mean, the dude, Kyle McCord, dropped back and hit a rhythm throw. It wasn't even like he was thinking. He said, oh, okay, top of the drop, let it go.
Yeah.
And then you got the safety. Why are you in the end zone? Yeah. You shouldn't be running out of the end zone. Obviously, it's the first down in front of you. They get the first down, stop the clock, and they got it on the 2. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, that was one of the biggest, what the heck
and I don't know if you guys noticed this too. They went from a 4-man rush to a 3-man rush. They took pressure off of court.
Yeah, they went prevent.
They went straight drop.
Why
would you do that? Like, why would you?
If anything, he's 4-game starter. I'm blitzing him.
Yeah,
I'm living with it.
Yeah,
I'm living with it. It's 3rd and 16. I'm blitzing. I'm living with it.
And look, make somebody go get a first down.
And I got Ben Morrison. I'm trusting that.
He locking up out there. It's a tough day to be an Irish fan. I think
it was.
And I think for the fans especially, man, it's hard, especially watching because we've been there, we've been a part of it. and it's always just like, dang, bro, like what do we got to do to get over that hump? Like it's just that little hump, like 'cause we right there.
For real.
And
You
I mean,
right
like I
there.
want to give a big shout out to the O line, man, because they was mauling, bro. Them guards, Rocco Spindler, and what was it Coogan? Pat was it? I think Pat Coogan.
Mhm.
Man, they was mauling people. I seen Spindler come around on a couple of pulls, and he was just. It was no white tees in the club. Like anytime, it didn't matter who was in there. I seen their D tackle get just ran through.
Mhm.
So them guards was playing different. And our O line, man, our O line is really just
Our O-line's
always.
always
Yes,
elite.
and that's the difference. Any team in a big game like this is because of the O line gives you a chance. That's how you get shootouts. That's how you get teams that can stay in the game. Obviously, going into the game, I knew we could stay in the game because of the trenches and the O line that we had. But the fact that we got to take advantage of that and throw the football more.
Yeah.
What did you get Sam Hartman for? Last year we threw less than 20 times. This year we damn near threw just at 20.
It was
So it doesn't
25.
make sense. So it doesn't make sense for a guy that we hired to literally beat this team, because if we didn't need him, we could have did the same thing with the boy at Alabama. We could have did the same thing with him.
We should have been
we
airing
stuck
it
more
out.
to last year's game plan than to what we're taking advantage of, scoring 47 a game, averaging in 3 games. How do you go to 47 a game in 3 games and then you don't score any points in the first half of the biggest game of the year? How does that happen?
It wasn't even
How does
like
that
no deep
happen?
shots. It didn't even take any deep.
How does that
We strayed
exactly
so far away
exactly
from what we were having success with all of those games leading up to
And
this game.
why? We were the better team finally.
Absolutely.
Now last year we
Right.
wasn't the better team. I get it. This year, if we didn't beat them this year, I don't think we'll ever beat them. How about that?
Yeah,
I don't think we'll ever beat these
for real.
niggas.
No,
We
honestly,
would have beat them, right? Wasn't it?
it feels like
If
no.
we
As
didn't beat
an
them this year,
Irish
we will
fan,
never beat these niggas
it
ever.
feels that way.
I
As an
don't
Irish
believe
fan,
it.
it's like, man, we not getting over that hump because it's like
No, we're
every
not getting
year,
over it.
it's
No.
like this.
I would never bet on the
home,
Irish going
We
forward.
got
And
the
that-
quarterback, got the defense,
Yeah.
and we still can't beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
we had
got a
every
brand-new
advantage
quarterback.
to beat these dudes, and we was at home.
At
Like, what
home.
else do you need? We had the green jerseys. We was at home. I mean,
They got a brand
we
new
had a better
quarterback.
run game.
Game day
Had
was
a better
there.
quarterback.
Like, you know, like it was just all in our favor, and we still fumbled.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I don't know if we'll ever beat these dudes.
We still fumbled. Yeah, it's just so hard to fathom. It's so hard to fathom. And then just the cherry on top was learning that we had 10 players on the field at the end of the game. You know, it's just like something was off. You know, something was off when when I was watching that play live. And I'm like, why was that so easy? You know, like why were they able to get so much penetration on that side of the field? And then of course the aerial shot comes out and there's literally no defensive lineman there. And like my thing is like, you know, we can, you know, I hate to do this, but like, you know, we could blame the coaches, but like, isn't it like as a quarterback, Malik, isn't it your job like to know how many guys you got on the field and in formation and to know?
We love to have these leaders on the field with JD Bertrand, DJ Brown, or seniors that have played many games and look alive. And where if you don't have a dude, you just got guys out there. And that's the difference. We got guys that are just out there that are just caught up in the moment, but we need the smart players, an underdog on the sideline, because, you know, underdogs always the dudes that's paying attention to everything because they give you nothing.
Yeah.
So you know all the little
on your
ins and outs because you need to take advantage of any opportunity. So I'm sure an underdog on the sideline was like, hey, we ain't got enough. Because it's probably the backup D lineman that ain't never got the opportunity but be killing in practice. That's like, hold on. Why am I not in the game? I don't see the starter. I should be in there. And lo and behold. So I do think that for us to lose in the fashion that we did just shows that I don't think we know how to win in the games that matter. It don't matter how many games we win moving forward. Duke is not a factor. Clemson's not a factor. I don't even think even if we beat USC is a factor because we beat ranked USC teams before. We have never beat Ohio State. That's the problem. And because of that, nothing that we can do this season can overshadow that except winning the championship, which I think this Ohio State loss is going to hold over our heads, similar to Cincinnati, where they just stayed above us one spot all through the year because they won out, and then they end up getting in the playoffs and we didn't. So I do think that that was like a championship game, honestly. Like nobody else considered that was a championship game.
This I can say, you know, and I know we're gonna talk about Duke and preview Duke. I do think Malik, we got a good opportunity moving forward. Like there was a lot of bonehead mistakes made at, you know, like in this game, right, against Ohio State. Things that just absolutely can't happen. But I must say I was still impressed with our defense. like we said earlier, Sam Hartman, he threw the ball 25 times. I really wish he would have stuck. Because honestly, that's what he's been averaging all year. But to your point, Malik, like we brought this guy in to throw the ball. Like, that's to win games, of course. But like he's a passer.
No,
He
no,
has
to win this game. We don't
14,000
care about
career
Duke.
yards.
We don't care about Pitt. We don't care about Navy. Win this game. That's what you're here for.
Win this game.
That's what you got
Like,
that Dove soap for. You know, hair look good and all that. It's because we want you to win this game. That's why we got you.
But we need to be throwing the ball 35 times a game, in my opinion.
Yes.
We need to be throwing the ball 35 times a game. You know how many times
he's got 12,000 yards passing
down the field?
Like 12,000 yards.
That's what I'm saying. So you brought him in, like you said, you brought him in to throw it 25 times. Like
no, you brought him in to hand it off all game against the best team.
We need to be aggressive. How we came out at the beginning of the 4 minutes left in the game. Drop back, pass, first down, back up in your own end zone. Give the ball to estimate, because what's that going to do? Open up the run, come back, deep shot. Like you have the players, you got the personnel to do that.
We played very scared, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, and I mean, I love throwing the ball to the tight ends. Giving the tight ends love.
Oh my God, yeah, we throwing it again. Really, throwing the tight ends again.
Let's go deep. At least throw downfield to the tight ends.
Yeah, you feel me? It's all like 5, quick passes to the tight ends.
It was so many hook routes, so many hitches.
Yeah.
And the safeties were playing linebacker depth all first half. It looked like they had 6 linebackers on the field because the safeties was not respecting anything over their head. And we didn't even attempt to go over their heads in the first half, and they was begging us. They said, "Please throw it over our heads, bro. We got to bring everybody to we run commit on Madden. We run commit on Madden, and you're not throwing it deep.
Yeah, thinking back on the game, we really didn't have any explosive plays, did we? Did we have any?
Really, no.
And how many explosive plays have we had in these games leading up to Ohio State? So it's like, why can't we just keep the play calling consistent? I don't understand why.
We were scared.
You got to trust your players, and it's like Notre Dame just has a history of that. Just trust your players, be aggressive. Trust your players, be aggressive. And Malik, like I said, if they can actually do this and maybe show this over the course of the season, we do have a schedule that can put us back into, in contention. Because what are we? I think we're number 11 now. And we got Duke.
Yeah, we didn't drop far. And I think we good, man. Obviously as from a fan point of view, it hurts. It sucks. It's like, man, we never gonna get past this hump. Right. But inside that locker room, man, they definitely gotta refocus, because Duke is not a bad team. Duke is a good
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. This is a basketball school we're talking about.
Listen,
we are talking about a basketball school.
You can blown out everything they play so
far. Do you even know what the football stadium name is?
It's
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know. But you know the basketball stadium.
You know who
Cameron Arena. You know exactly what it's called. Hey. So this is a basketball school we're talking about. I don't give a damn.
You know who the quarterback name is? You know who the quarterback name is?
They do not have the size to beat us and stop our run game, and they don't have the depth to beat us. We are 2.5, 3 deep. This is a 1.5 deep team. By the third, fourth quarter, they're gonna look terrible. We are not worried about a Duke. Think about the weak difference. We're playing a team that's a pillar in college football for winning national championships, and we lost on a game where we shouldn't have lost. And now we jumping down to an ACC team. Do you know how many wins we have against ACC teams currently? 29-0. We 29-0 against ACC teams.
And that's how many years back? They did how many years back?
Since we got doing the ACCC, no. Having 29 games in the ACCC is what?
That's all right.
4 or 5 seasons. 4 or 5 seasons we are undefeated against ACC teams. Period.
Listen,
Duke is not no different. They don't got no Daniel Jones over there. When they had Daniel Jones, they was whooping ass. They whooped our ass.
Malik, I don't know if you've been paying attention to college football lately.
The quarterback kind of nice. Right?
I don't know if you've been paying attention to college football lately.
They cannot stop our run game.
Listen,
Clemson, the game they beat Clemson had 200 yards rushing.
That's going to be my hope.
And they have a running back that's the color of my shirt. They had 200 yards rushing.
Listen,
they had 200 yards rushing. What do you think? What do you think Aldrich Estimate's going to do?
We do not need to be.
What do you think Aldrich Estimate can do?
Hey,
right.
CJ,
I'm not overlooking Duke.
We thought the same thing when Duke came in to play us too, right?
Yeah, I'm not overlooking Duke, man, because I'm not saying they
was that. What year was that? 2015 when Duke came into to South Bend and beat Notre Dame.
Is Duke If is Duke gonna beat Ohio State? Would they ever beat Ohio State?
They beat Clemson.
If I say not fucking around.
Would Duke beat Ohio State right now?
We couldn't beat Ohio State. So what's
Would
the
Duke
conversation?
beat Ohio State right now?
We couldn't beat Ohio State. So what's the
We don't know,
conversation?
Would Duke beat Ohio
that wasn't a good comparison.
Do I have to put the captions in Spanish? Do I have to put these captions?
No,
Would Duke
they
beat
wouldn't
Ohio?
beat
Is
Ohio
Duke in the
State.
conversation with Georgia?
Hey,
no,
listen,
they wouldn't.
What are we
Ohio State.
talking about?
Look,
Listen,
what we need to do is go out
just
there
gotta
and
refocus.
handle a team like Duke because they're
That's
a
the end-
good
that's-
team.
that's the end of
If
the
we
day
go out
with
there and
us all
beat Duke
coming.
convincingly, then
Mhm.
now we're cooking.
29-0 versus ACC teams.
Duke is undefeated. Duke ain't lost yet.
29 victories, 0 losses since we jumped in this ACC schedule.
Man, it's about 2023. It's about 2023. Notre Dame got a lot of
29-0.
national
If you doing
championships.
math, you a math major, ain't you, Corey? You did a high math degree. Would you take trigonometry?
I got a degree in logic.
101?
I got a degree in
Oh,
logic.
yeah,
yo.
okay.
I'm talking
So
about
if we
2023.
doing math,
Huh?
what is the probability if we 29-0 to lose to a team in the ACC? Give me that probability, math major. It ain't very likely.
Listen, I'm gonna say they got a good chance of winning this game if we come to play like this is just gonna be a gimme win. This is not gonna
Did you think North Carolina State was going to pose a threat?
say it again?
No.
Did you think North Carolina State was
I didn't have any faith.
because they had I mean, hell, we ain't, you know,
I ain't
we
have
ain't
any
won
faith.
in
I
North
ain't have any
Carolina
faith in North
State.
Carolina State. I knew our first test was gonna be Ohio State, but I knew we was gonna have another test immediately after that in Duke. I knew that.
See the test thing is where you're killing me. Duke is not a test.
All right.
I mean, it's a test.
Duke just got good. We've been good for a whole decade.
All right.
We've been good for a whole decade. So why are we thinking that this is going to be something different? This is not no.
You know
team
Duke gonna come out here and give their best game.
Listen,
they're going to
Duke
give
Clemson-
their best
Clemson
game
thought they was gonna
against
go
a
to Duke.
team.
Clemson thought they was gonna go to
back
Duke
up.
and
Just like you
handle
said,
them
our
too. And what happened to them?
backup DN who was
Duke and Notre Dame shouldn't be in the same sentence when we're talking about football. In basketball,
It's clearly
we
a
shouldn't
different
be in the
way.
same sentence with
You're
them.
absolutely right. You are
We
absolutely
should not
right.
be in the same sentence with Duke when
You
we
are
talk
absolutely
basketball.
right.
They should definitely not be in the same sentence when we
But
talk
if we
about
mess
you're right.
around and you thinking that we still emotional from this Ohio State loss,
Emotional.
No.
then they gonna be
Emotional.
very
What you say at the
in the
beginning of the video? It's the coach's fault.
coaches. It was the coaches. Hey,
Now,
man, but
now we need to come into this game with a chip on our shoulder because, like I said,
Absolutely.
Duke is, in my opinion, I guess Malik ain't got no respect for him. I got some respect for him going into this game, but
You
if we
think-
could
who do you
show
think
up,
is more
if we could
worried,
show up and
us
beat
or
them the
Duke?
way we supposed to, I'm a feel good going into. We got Louisville the next week. Should blow them out, and then I'm gonna feel good going into USC. That's all I'm saying.
Who do you think is more worried going into this game? It's college football game day at Duke.
Who's more
We
That's the
worried?
first time it's probably ever been there.
We are.
Do you think the Duke
Exactly.
players in the
Like-
locker room
like, what does
said,
Duke
"Yeah,
have
we
to lose? They're
yeah,
not. They're
Duke
not
don't care.
supposed to
Duke
win.
Duke
care
have
if
to
they lose.
lose"?
Duke don't care if they lose or win.
That's what I'm
'Cause
saying.
if
They're
they
not
lose,
supposed to win this game. So
they don't
so
care.
Duke
They
has
don't-
nothing to lose.
We already lost the season.
We have
We
everything
don't
to
care
lose.
neither.
We ain't lose the season yet. If we
Do you know how we are? If we lose that big game, we looking for film. We're playing to get to the league. We ain't playing for nothing else. And you know this.
See, look,
What are we
this a new
talking
Notre
about?
Dame team. This a new
I
Notre
don't
Dame.
feel-
Cam
I
Hart.
don't
Guess
feel
what
that,
Cam
though,
Hart playing for?
because-
Guess what Cam Hart playing for? Film. Guess what Ben Morrison playing for? Film. What do you
Man,
mean?
We
What
lost
do you mean?
by we lost by what, 2 points, man, on the last play of the
The
game.
loss is bigger than that because we lost against a team that we will never beat and we were better than.
But the fact is, we can play them again. If we
This
win out,
year.
we get to the playoffs. It's gonna be us and them.
You think they're gonna put us in there?
Yes, because
Bro,
I don't
Malik,
think
we
I
run
don't
the
think
table.
Bama
We're gonna be in
getting
the
there.
playoffs. Like I don't know why you don't think that's gonna be the
Man,
case. It's
I don't-
wide
I
open
mean,
this
it's-
year.
But
I
I
think
love
Georgia-
us.
Yeah, I think
USC
Duke
gonna
beat
give us a
Georgia.
lot of problems, bro.
Say it again.
USC gonna
They don't
give
got
us a
no
lot.
defense,
I don't
What-
like. Yeah, I'm not really
and
confident.
we got
with USC.
DBs. Like we actually got 2 solid corners, so they not
Yes,
just on the ball.
I
the whole
believe
game.
that we can match up well with USC, but the way we played Ohio State, we didn't give Kyle McCord any pressure.
Yeah, but we
Yeah, but what?
USC don't
You don't see
got
that
Ohio
that
State
magic
defense.
man back there for
So
USC?
USC don't got
Hold on.
Ohio State
No,
defense.
Malik. I feel like you neglecting the fact that they didn't score any touchdowns in the first half and didn't really score anything until maybe like the last 15 minutes of the game. Like we played them pretty well, but there were, like I had said, bonehead mistakes that we committed. And in the clutch, what did? We just we just folded. Like there were plays that
Listen to
were
what you
that
said.
were out
We
there to be made
folded
that we didn't make.
against a team. So what do you think USC is gonna do?
What's that?
They got Zachariah Branch, and that brother
He's
is
good.
nice.
He's good.
That brother's nice.
He's nice.
That brother better than anybody on that Ohio State team.
That's a
And then
hot
they
take.
got that Magic Man.
That's a
If
hot
we
take.
don't
You
learn
sure
to
about
get,
that?
if we don't learn
I
to
wouldn't say
get
all that.
pressure, if we don't learn to get pressure,
I mean, we're not getting pressure on with our 4. We're gonna have to get pressure.
Caleb,
then it's gonna be a long game. It's
But,
gonna be a long
but we
game.
can
What do you
play
mean?
man though. But we can play man. We can play man.
we can't.
Listen,
We got the
nobody
secondary.
can play man when the
secondary's pretty good.
quarterback back there is cooking with 10 seconds. That brother back there running around. It'd be different if we had the Utah type of intensity on defense, and I don't think we did.
Look, Riley Leonard is the most mobile quarterback we'll play this year. I mean,
Oh my
in
God,
a
Riley
legitimate
Leonard, bro, we
offense
talking about Duke
outside of Navy.
again. Can we talk about serious
tune in.
football?
It's gonna be good football. It's gonna be a
Look,
good game.
basketball starts in October.
It's gonna be a good
So we
game.
got a whole week to talk about serious football
We got
talk
USC at home. I'm
before
not
we
really
start
sure.
talking about basketball. We
Whenever
are talking about
play
a
USC at
basketball
home,
school.
we kind of bust USC every time we play them at home. So I'm not really,
USC. Look,
That
my
is
problem
facts.
with USC is that it's about a shootout. That's a shootout game.
Yeah.
I'm not banking on us
I think we win
shutting them down by 28 points and giving them 20. It's a shootout. We're gonna have to put our big boy pants on. Sam Hartman gonna try to battle it out. That's what it's
you
about.
think there's gonna be no stopping Caleb Williams?
No. I
We
think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
we will get enough
We need
stops
to win
in
at the
that game.
last second.
It's gonna be like 42-28. Like it's gonna be like
It's gonna be one of them.
the end of the game. Yeah, end of the game. Like we'll get one stop at the end, like the last, like maybe like second to last stop of the game, and they'll score it. You feel me? Like we'll just get a stop to go up.
It might be one of those games where like we get like a pick six to end the game off, and like you said,
you feel me? Something like that, where it's like because I mean we definitely not.
We're not getting no pressure, bro. That's what
we don't got no pass rush.
We don't have any sacks. What we got? What's the sack total this
year? We got like 1 sack, I think, the whole year.
Do we really?
Okay, so
it's like 1 or 2
1 sack. You think we're gonna run up in USC with 2 sacks on the season?
Well, we played Navy, so it's like you can't sack Navy. We
didn't even sack.
All of our pressure comes from blitzes, for real.
Right.
So that's gonna be a real problem. That's just a schematic problem. Schematically, if we can only bring pressure with blitzes, then we're getting cooked because what did Ohio State do? How many slants did you see from us using unnecessarily blitzing our middle linebackers to run into these big-ass guards, and they just hit slants all day behind us? It's ridiculous. One play, they hit a seam where we're not even over top of the slot. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm like, why are we blitzing Ben Morrison?
I'm watching TV. Like, bruh, you're not going to get over the slot. You're just going to be hanging out.
Why are we blitzing Ben Morrison in the first place? Our best cover player.
Yeah.
Why is he blitzing to nobody?
He's blitzing to nobody.
He blitzed to nobody.
I
saw him blitzing like 5 seconds before the ball snap. I'm like, yo, if I can see it, I know they can see it.
Right.
So like,
I just don't think we're a mean enough team. We're not a mean enough team to be providing the pressure that a mean team that provides pressure is necessary for. And that's my problem because we have very nice pedestrian, wholesome, all around good people, and you need to put them in better positions where we drop it in the coverage, we mixing things up and basic stuff. You trying to bring the aggression of an SEC player. Why are you trying to blitz J.D. Bertrand like he's Roquan Smith at Georgia? It's not the same. It's not the same. Put JD in spots where he can be the Joe Schmidt of the team and coordinate and operate. Coordinate and operate. Go in there and communicate and then try to get a tackle here and there. But what did Ohio State abuse at the end of the game that was something that we had to adjust to? I felt like we should have adjusted, not by running zone, but by doing some type of man coverage, and that was the slots. And that was the slots. We was getting cooked. They motioned out the running back one time and cooked JD down the sideline. Yeah. They went to the slot with Ibuka versus our transfer from Oklahoma 13. State.
13?
13 had a rough drive, man.
Yeah, 13 was getting cooked up.
13.
But these are things you have to make adjustments for as a coach because that's the only thing they were successful for. It's unfortunate that we gave up a 61-yard rushing touchdown to a team that doesn't even like running the football in big games. They threw it more damn times with Kyle McCord like he was one of the D1 first pick of the draft type players. He's not even the same guy, and they still tried to throw the ball down
37 times.
Yeah, like why is Sam Hartman not throwing it 37 times?
That's what we need.
That's why we got him, because if that's the case, you might as well put our young development quarterbacks in there and get them going early with a Kenny Minchie and a Steve Angeli. So
Yeah, man.
for
So
me, I really believe that this was a demoralizing loss because of what the weight of it was and what it means to the season. This whole season is without a doubt built based on winning this game and winning the other two games against USC and Clemson. But this means a lot from a program narrative change that we are now a big win team. We knocked the pillar off of Ohio State, who I think Ryan Day is a third base coach, meaning that he is accepting the law. He got a trust fund baby. He just inherited greatness around him and he's riding the wave of greatness. I don't think he's a great coach because he coached a terrible game. And the fact that we didn't take advantage of that just shows that we're not ready to win like we should be. And it's unfortunate for Marcus Freeman, a brother, to be in this position because that leash is short and tight.
It sure is in Notre Dame.
They ain't playing with you.
It
You
definitely
think you're
hurt.
going to lose to Ohio State when everybody in the building know we should have won? Absolutely not.
No, it
So
definitely hurt. It definitely hurt.
It's rough.
And so this before we get out of here, let me say, so do we bounce back? Do we run the table, or are we done for this season? What do you think? Do we how we feeling?
Bro, the tough thing about it is like our season just starting. It's like the
Early,
schedule
still
just
early.
it's about to get real.
It ain't- it's not even October yet.
Oh my God, it's about to
I
get
think we'll
real.
be in contention. And then unfortunately, we not get that opportunity like we need to. So I do think we'll have a nice little bowl, January bowl game, and we ride off into the sunset. Hopefully, we'll end the season with less than 3 losses. But this loss opens up the door for a potential loss to a team we shouldn't lose to. Just because when it gets in the clutch, to me, it seems that we are bad at situational football when the game is on the money. And our favorite line we use as underdogs is change your life, bro. Change your life, bro. You get an opportunity as an underdog, change your life, bro.
Change your life.
You may not ever get a chance to change your life. You dropping picks, DJ Brown, change your life.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
change your life, bro.
He probably could have went from I don't know what his draft stock is or whatever.
7th round to a 2nd round.
Drafted last night.
Change your life. 2 plays, change your life, bro.
He was 6th round. He was going 4th round
It's still haunting me, man. I
he dropped a bunch of money last night.
I see it in my head.
Money? True. He ain't dropped the bag.
Oh.
Get on the jugs, man. Get on the jugs because you was gonna be my underdog of the week. But you dropped 2 picks, so I can't even put you on here.
Yeah, change your life, DJ. I love you, DJ, but change your life.
Maybe
bro.
next week. Yeah, maybe next week.
Yeah, man. But we appreciate y'all. We appreciate you, Corey. Appreciate you, Malik, coming on here.
Thanks
It's a rough week for the Irish fans, but we really appreciate y'all getting on here discussing these boys, and we got to get a big win this week for sure. So